100.7 WMMS.
The one thing the Santoras were not hoarding were condoms, it seems, said somebody on the text. And there you go.
All my family members don't know how to quit having babies, man. No babies over here, though.
Well, you don't have to, there isn't pressure on you. That's always a good thing, too. There's no pressure on you to have kids. You know what I mean?
Pressure on me to make enough money to pay for their kids to go to college.
Oh, beautiful. All right.
One day, though, you know.
Hey, I will have tickets for you next week for the return of Wizard World Comic-Con. It is going to be back next weekend at the Convention Center downtown. So if you want to go to Comic-Con, Trevor Noah is doing the show out at Northfield Park, so I'll hook you up for that show later on next week. More tickets, or more keys, rather, qualify you to live rent-free for a year downtown at the Terminal Tower residences. And if you listen to the show on iHeartRadio from out of state or anytime and you're not able to get in touch with us live, you can always use the Alan Cox Show After Hours line, which is 216-986-8903. You can use that anytime you like. I was reading about people who are doing an all-beer Lent. For people who still do Lent.
Year.
Did you? You did an all-beer Lent?
There was a guy who did.
Yeah.
Didn't he? I thought
we talked about a guy that
and
was
he
doing
was like
this.
drunk and fat.
Well, that was the dude who was like trying to lose weight by doing it.
Oh,
there was a big
okay.
fat guy who just happened to be Lent. I guess he kind of shoehorned that into what he was. I was reading a thing where there are people who are trying to replicate what monks allegedly did back in the 14th century or whatever.
Yeah, all those...
An all-beer Lenten diet. They're like, any doctor will tell you absolutely do not do this.
Well, they did it out of necessity because it's made with wheat and stuff like that. And those, wheat. Those Belgian beers that are unfiltered, they still have like all the nutrients and particles still in them. But... they tend to be a lot higher in percentage. So the beers that you actually could live off of like that are like anywhere between 9 and 13%. So yeah, if you're not eating any food and then you have 2 or 3 of those things, you're going to be blasted.
You really know a lot about beer. It's a good thing you stopped drinking.
Beer. Yeah, the company I worked for sent us to like all kinds of seminars and all kinds of stuff.
I was walking out. I had a package at the front desk, and so I'm walking out to get it from the girls at the front earlier today, and the whole lobby smelled amazing. As I'm walking to the front desk, I go, it smells like a deli out here or something. And one of the girls had a thing of food from downstairs. She goes, oh, it's chicken and something else. And I go, they're selling chicken on Friday. I'm like, that is a baller move.
Well, not
Good
everybody's
for them.
not everybody's Christian. Not everybody's Catholic.
Yeah.
That's not the point. Most places during Lent will do like Friday fish, you know? That's why there's a goddamn fish fry calendar at the website. With 400 places, right?
Right.
So, I know they're still selling chicken. Obviously, she's eating it. But man, baller.
Are you going no meat on Fridays? Are you going back to your Catholic roots?
Please, no. I don't care. No, I don't do that.
So fish isn't meat?
I don't eat that much meat anyway. Fish isn't meat. No.
Fish is not meat. Let's get some fish going in here. I could eat a fish taco right now.
That I was going to do some vagina news.
223.
That'll lead you right in. Yeah.
223.
Fish
Those
taco.
are the worst. I'm being like, I just could have one with some pico.
A fish taco?
Maybe
Tacos pescados,
You
yeah.
are
Maybe a
allergic, so no, you don't.
No, I can eat fish. I can't eat shellfish. I can eat like mahi or whatever.
You can't have crustaceans.
I can't have anything with a shell. Yeah. Oysters, shrimp, lobster, crab. I could eat.
You're not missing much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think. I think lobster's
I had
overrated.
when I went to Florida in January, I had some banging fish tacos. Man, they were so good.
Yeah. Okay.
But you don't have any fish tacos.
I don't have any, no.
Okay.
Could get some.
I have vagina news if you want me to go right into it.
I do. Yeah.
Vagina news.
Listen, when a porn star feels the burn, it's usually not a good thing, right? It means that they've missed a round of testing or something. But a lot of porn stars who were lining up behind Bernie Sanders. They love Bernie Sanders. They think that he's going to be the guy that's going to lead them to the promised land.
There's a group that knows about feeling the burn.
Tasha Rain, Sydney Leathers. That name sound familiar?
Yeah, she was like a mistress, right?
Whose?
Wasn't Sydney Leathers like the one that was like in Indiana and hooked up with Charlie? Not Charlie Wiener. Who was Sydney Leathers?
You tell me.
Come on, Pornhub Premium.
You're warm.
Pornhub Premium.
Yeah, like she slid in someo's DMs.
Who was it?
The Wiener guy.
Was this? I'll give it to you.
Anthony
I'll
Weiner?
allow
Anthony
it.
Weiner, yeah.
Anthony Weiner.
Spicy Wiener.
Carlos
Ding.
Spicy Wiener
Yes.
was his name. Yeah.
Yes.
Sydney Leathers, who, by the way, I haven't thought about since the Anthony Weiner thing, but she was, the girl. Was she doing porn before that, or was she?
No,
She was
I
like a
think that's
regular
what
girl. That
launched her
catapulted her
porn,
into
yeah.
porn. Okay. She's among the girls who get famous because of something sexy, and then go, I'm not going to do porn like your girlfriend Kendra Sunderland.
Yes, and then
I'm not going to do porn because they always convince themselves they don't have to somehow. I don't know how they arrive at that conclusion. But then the only offers coming to them are for pornography.
Right. And then
So they go, well, there's money to be made here, so I guess I'll do this. Next thing you know, I mean, you can't put the toothpaste back in that tube. They're in porn.
Mhm. It's like, I'm not going to do porn. And then the SpongeBob meme 2 weeks later. Hey, check out my new porn.
2 weeks later. Tasha Rain, Sydney Leathers, and Alana Evans. I've only heard of one of those three.
I've never heard of
Well,
any.
two
Yeah.
of them, I guess. I don't know who Alana Evans is.
I might
Again,
recognize them. I don't know the names.
I'm not down. You know my face, not my name. You know my ass.
Maybe.
I'm not up and hip on the crop of like gals who are doing pornography these days.
Me either.
But a lot of these girls are fully in the tank for Bernie Sanders.
Autumn Falls is worth checking out.
Autumn Falls. Write this down.
She's a busty lass.
A busty lass.
I like the busty lass.
Is that what you like? Boobies.
Boobs, butts,
Little booby action.
pretty faces.
Tasha Rain's real name is Rachel Swimmer.
Hey.
Which would not have been a bad porn name. It's like there are some girls in porn that use their real names, and I'm always curious how you arrive at wanting to, or you don't care if people know. They're like, look, they're going to see my face.
Yeah, what's the
People from
difference?
high school are going to know it's me. What do I care?
But they're not expecting. It's mainly to stop from stalkers and stuff like that. You don't want someone looking up like your address and stuff like that.
How do people get a hold of your address?
But everybody can find.
They can
public
find
My
records.
point is, it's not hard to find anybody's information if they want to find you. And from what I've seen, stalkers seem especially motivated.
Okay.
They
They
will
are.
find where you live.
They seem to
okay,
have a
but-
lot of time on their
Yeah,
hands.
they already got that White Pages subscription ready to go.
Subscription. Who's subscribing to White Pages?
Well, if you do like a reverse phone search, it always says like, oh, you can find these people, but you have to have the full subscription to it, and then you can look up court records and all that crap.
I've never heard of that.
Huh. Bill's like Mr. Premium. He doesn't
I
like
don't have that.
He doesn't
Sure
like
he does.
doesn't like paperwork, but he's Mr. Premium. He's like, there's a lot of stuff out there that's for free. The things that are available to you for free, more than you could ever consume. But he goes, that's not enough for me.
The most stalker-like-
I want to be. He's not a guy who he might not be into VIP stuff. He doesn't expect special treatment, but he does treat himself with premium subscriptions.
He doesn't want the red carpet rolled out, but he will pay to roll out that red carpet.
Yes.
The most stalker-like.
Learn that.
The most stalker-like thing I've done was there was a guy that I really thought was cute, and I knew that he was like very particular about the people he accepts on like Facebook. So I friended all his fat friends, and then so when I finally sent him a friend request, I had like 5 mutual friends, and then he accepted my friend request.
Why his
Girl, you
fat
are
friends?
playing the game.
Why his fat friends?
Because I knew they would accept my request.
Because he's cute, and they're not going to be like, "Who's this guy?"
Yeah, so I found
That's a crazy chick thing to do. Sure.
I went through his friends group and just started looking through. I was like, okay, she looks desperate. She looks desperate. She looks desperate. And like,
So you send them a friend request.
and they
They
accepted.
invariably accept, and then you send the dude you think is cute a friend request.
And he's like, "Oh, we have 6 mutual
Yep,
friends.
we have mutual
must
friends.
know.
They must
somebody.
know who he is. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But they
5.
don't know who he is.
But isn't that just more nothings clogging up your feed? I mean,
Yeah, but I can delete them after that. I don't need them.
I see.
I only friended them just.
and
so
what
they
did
got-
you get out of all that?
Oh, I sent him a hello.
And did
That's
he
it?
reply?
He was like, "Sup."
And then?
That was it. I just wanted him to know.
What?
It just seems labor
I
intensive.
just wanted him to know that I exist.
Sup, and then he did, and then promptly ignored you.
Is he?
I'm too cool to
Is he
send.
gay?
No.
Okay, so you're just trying to.
Cody.
But I'm too cool to send a thanks for accepting my friend
Don't
request.
do that.
Please send that.
That is the most. Oh my
it's
god.
the most polite thing you
no,
can do.
if I can please make a general announcement to anyone who has the internet, Please stop thanking people for accepting your friend request. It is the creepiest thing you can do. It's second creepiest to thanking someone for posting a selfie. That's the creepiest thing you
Thanking
can do.
people.
I have posted like cute
Mary with
pictures
this
of
bat
myself.
has a different
I do.
tone to it.
I'm already having a day, and now I have a bat. I posted the last, like, when I had that sweater dress on. It was like 3 or 4 weeks ago. I posted it, and I had multiple dudes like be like, "Oh my god, thank you for posting this." And I'm like, "That's the creepiest thing that you can say to somebody."
Yeah.
Or if
What do you
somebody,
want him to say?
Nothing. You don't have to say anything. Just like the picture and keep going.
Yep. Don't post it.
No. But also,
But
when
why? They're thankful.
that's so creepy.
But-
if I post like a cute picture of myself, like, "Oh my god, thank you. Thank you so
I have
much."
people
What do
thanking
you-
me for
Ew.
posting the bowl cut pictures.
What do you expect? You're a relatively logical individual.
I know, but
What do you
saying thank
think
you
is
is
going to happen?
creepy.
Understood, but what do you think is going to happen?
I don't know.
I think
you're
they're being
post-
polite and respectful.
Put a little fire emoji and keep going.
You're being all thirsty and then getting
I'm
mad.
not being thirsty.
They were being
They're
nice.
thirsty.
Yeah,
they said
thank
thank
you.
you. They didn't send
That's
you a
so
bunch
creepy.
of.
That's not, why
if
is
they,
it creepy?
If they send you a bunch of drooling
Because-
tongue emojis, that's another thing. But
At least they're being like,
bunch of peaches.
they're being outwardly thirsty. Saying thank you is like, I know they probably save the picture on their phone and use it. That's
You're
creepy.
psychotic.
Why am I
Nobody,
psychotic?
nobody can win with you chicks. All of a sudden, nobody can win.
Right now,
You
if it's a
can't win.
handsome guy and he
Yeah,
says thank
good-looking
you,
guy.
That's just still creepy.
Still
Saying
creepy.
thank you to somebody posting a picture is terrifying.
I had
You
lots
took
of
the
people
time.
thank me for the bowl cut
That's
pictures
different.
and videos. How?
Because you had to do that. Like, you had to get your hair cut for the show,
But
and
they-
it was a part of entertainment.
They said thank you for making me laugh and
That's not what
giving
these
me
guys
ideas
mean. Nobody on there is like, thank
on
you
how
for
to
the
cut my hair.
entertainment that you bring to the world.
How would
in
you
your
have
tight
felt?
dress.
How would you have felt if the responses had been the same and they would have said, "Thank you for making me laugh today"? You just hit yourself in the head. Thank you for making me laugh with this picture.
Yeah.
How would that have made you feel? Then you would have been really pissed off.
I'd have been like, what do you mean?
All right,
Yes,
guys,
of course.
from
So-
now on,
Don't comment. I'll delete everything
no
that says
thank you. No thank you. Don't say thank you to Mary ever.
You can say thank you about things.
Oh, so many rules. I would say just
Yeah.
eggplant emojis and the
Water
water
droplets.
And your phone number.
That, thanking someone on their pictures, and then when
and then
someone
asking where she's going to be next.
and then stop it, and then DMs where people are like, "Thank you so much for the ad on Facebook. Thank you for accepting my request."
No,
I'm like,
leave
how
it on your page.
Thirsty
like,
are you?
leave-
Oh yeah,
Leave it on your page.
Just a waving hand.
Or it's
Knock
like
it off.
a gift like, "Thank you for accepting my friend request. Looking forward to all your content." I'm like, ah, get out of here.
So many people with so much time on their hands. Where do people have all this time in their hands?
And the
thank people in
unwritten
their
rules of
comments?
the
It's
internet.
Whatever.
That is an
very-
unwritten rule
yeah,
of
it's
the
very
internet.
confusing.
Stop being
Maybe
a weirdo.
maybe you should write it.
They don't think they're being weird. They just think they're being nice.
Friendly.
You posted a picture, they like your picture, and they say thank you for posting this picture of your beautiful face. And you're getting upset about it.
I'm
How
not
long
upset.
did-
You really don't think that that's creepy to thank someone?
How long do people have to complain about unwritten rules before somebody goddamn
I'll write a
writes the
rule.
rule down?
I'll write it.
Then write it.
Mary Santora's unwritten rules of the internet book.
Oh my God.
Now written.
Now written rules of the internet. And
Yeah.
the picture's me with this bat standing there.
Fine, guys, then go and unfollow Mary.
No.
Unfollow
That's
her,
not what
right?
we said.
If she doesn't
Not
like
thankful.
your
I said,
comments,
don't say thank you.
she's an ingrate. Go unfollow her. You should spend whatever time you've got, which seems to be ample. Go
Great,
out
now my
there
phone's blowing
and
up.
give your likes and your thank yous and your whatevers to people who will appreciate them. There are all kinds of. I want you to go to AlanCoxShow.com. I want you to look at the Alan Cox Show Instagram hotties, right? Some local girls, some regional girls, some not so regional girls.
Yeah.
All of them relatively attractive. Nevertheless, you'll see these girls with a couple of million followers, right? Girls I've never heard of, but boy, a lot of people have. And they'll go, "Oh, thank you." And some of these girls, Bill, they respond to every one.
Yeah,
they
and they
just send them back
appreciate
a heart. "Oh, thank you." "Oh, whatever." Right? That's how you get 2 million followers. You're out here going, saying
Stop saying
thank
thank
you
you.
is creepy.
It's
Saying
creepy.
thank you is
Okay,
creepy.
If you posted, well, I guess it's not the same. I was gonna say if you posted a picture of like
You're putting your thirst
family.
trap photos up
They're
there.
not thirst trap.
You got your angles. I've seen them. You got your hip out thing.
I
You
had
know.
showing
a
ankle,
turtleneck
Mary.
on.
Huh?
It was a turtleneck dress with 1 inch of thigh showing.
Are you now trying to backtrack and say that that wasn't supposed to be a sexy photo because it was a turtleneck?
A very attractive photo.
That's why you posted it, right?
Nobody. You don't have to be showing skin for it to be a thirsty photo.
Nobody
do
goes,
you?
I look awful in this outfit. I'm going to post a photo of it.
That's where you're wrong.
That's
Follow
where you're
at
wrong.
Bill Squire. No, I'm just kidding.
Chicks, not he's doing it for comedic effect.
So you guys don't agree with me?
I think
that
it's a weird.
Somebody saying thank
I think
you
it's
on
a
a
really
picture is
weird
creepy.
take. I think anyone paying attention to anything that any of us do, I appreciate that because we're not doing anything that
So
important.
I'm wrong.
I think it's a weird. I'm not
I'm
saying
the
you're
jerk.
You're you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think it's a weird take. I think it's a weird take.
You've also never had dudes try to slide into your DMs like that, though.
How do you know? You don't know anything about me.
Okay, Alan.
Especially with this beard.
Because I feel like if you had been creeped out by weirdos on the internet, you'd be a little bit. Your
I've had
stance would be a little bit more cautious.
Why? I've had everything happen that you can possibly imagine.
People send you D-pics?
Of course.
Oh,
Are
cool.
you serious?
What? You don't have to be gay to get D-pics from people.
I don't know.
That's called trolling. They're trying to get Poundcake's attention, and they're certainly trying to get mine.
And they're at attention, yeah.
Right? You go delete. Now you know what I do? I thank them.
Thank you.
Thank you for that D-pic.
You get
And that's
flaccid ones.
creepy.
Thank you. Right.
He gets
ones.
flaccid ones. I get ones that are ready for action.
Well, I don't spell out thank you. I give them THA, and I say that's one letter for every inch.
Hey, look at you.
Work harder next time.
All right,
You can
fine.
just go THX.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, thanks.
I want to be inspirational. You know, I want to get back out there and do it. You know who'd love to see this? Poundcake. You know? Barking up the wrong tree, my friend.
The way that I read those comments is not as like, hey, thanks, that was cool. You look nice. It's like...
That's you projecting
it's like,
onto those people. That's you projecting onto those people.
That's what I hear.
So what?
Because it's creepy. But
So
right,
what?
okay, so I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I apologize. Apparently,
all right. If you're
I'm
a
in
creepy
the
dude,
wrong.
unfollow Mary Santora. She doesn't like it.
Yeah, that's fine. If you're gonna be creepy,
I think the
don't follow me.
99%
Mary
of the
Santora
female...
has 12 followers.
99% of the female internet economy is based in creepy guys looking at their photos and leaving comments. Right? As long as it's not a comment that implies that there might be some violence coming, that's a different thing.
Now my thing's blowing up with people saying thank you all over my Instagram.
Of course.
I mean, what?
And you should write each one of them back and say, you know what, I've thought
But at
of
the
it
same
differently.
time, if I posted a picture and the only caption just said "You're welcome," now I'm some uppity bitch. If I did that,
Well, that's because you're telling everyone you're welcome, and not everyone is thanking you.
oh my God,
It's
you
true.
talk about the unwritten rules of the internet.
No, that's
No, those
language.
are literally written.
Yeah.
Language is literally written. Or spoken, but you're not speaking on Instagram. Listen, you should conduct yourself however you like. I just think that's a weird take.
So okay, then am I being too
I'm not telling you anything other than I think that's
cautious?
a weird
Isn't
take.
the right word? Am I being too judgmental?
I think you are projecting onto people.
What am I projecting? Insecurity?
Well, I'm saying you're projecting a tone into their written comment.
Okay.
And you
Now,
kind of-
you could be 100% right that those are all creepy, but so what?
And I think you also assume everybody knows these unwritten rules when people are probably trying to be genuine.
And they have like 8 followers.
Yeah, and they're not
okay.
and they're not on Instagram that much, and they don't know much about it. So they're like, "Oh, thanks. This was a good picture to look at today." And they could be just genuinely being nice. And I'm sure there are people that are being creepy too. But I think you assume the worst about their
because
comments.
I'm afraid.
You know what you're doing is you're insulting my audience.
How?
People who have found you through this show. They find you on social media. They go, "Hey, she's funny. I wonder what she looks like." And then they go there
How
and
do you
they
know
see
that the people commenting "thank you" followed me from the show? They could have been from a comedy show I did in Wisconsin. You don't know.
Could be, but more than likely, you're going to get a hell of a lot more people listening to you here than you are in a room in Wisconsin.
Right.
So if they go find you on Instagram and you have one of your turtleneck thirst trap pictures
Oh my
up there,
God.
and then they say, "Hey, thank you for posting this."
You should reply,
Insulting
"Nope,
your
thanks,
audience.
Alan." Thank Alan.
that's
He's
right.
the one that
Okay,
That's
me here.
right.
so now every time I post a cute picture, I want you to go to Alan's page and just send him a DM that says thank you.
Fine. I'll say thanks for
I'm
listening.
not trying to insult anybody. I took it as a creepy thing to do. I'm not saying.
I'm telling you.
Well, calling someone a creep is kind of an insult.
I'm not trying to say I hate you listeners and screw Alan. Like that's not what I'm
Right,
trying
but you're
to
calling
say.
She's
people
like-
that are commenting and interacting with
But
your
you
pictures.
guys are also
is
given a lot
creepy.
of benefit of the doubt. You guys don't deal with creeps on nearly as much of a basis as I do.
Agreed.
And nearly.
But what I'm saying is I think that onslaught has, and it's understandable, but I think now you're painting everybody with the same brush. Painting everybody with the same sticky white brush.
Yeah, what if your husband said thank you and you don't know? The guy that could be your husband said thank you for this selfie.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm just saying, maybe he did.
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot. She's been reduced to that reply. You're an idiot.
Because now you're making me feel guilty. Like I feel bad that I'm being mean to people. But I'm not trying to be mean. I'm
just
trying
told
to say,
you.
hey, just maybe.
I just told you. Do
before
whatever you
make-
want to do.
My
I
phone
think.
is blowing up.
Do whatever you want to do. I just think that maybe I just think it was an odd take.
Wait,
that's all.
what is your phone blowing up with?
I don't know. I have 17 notifications on Instagram right now.
Oh, you
And
have your
I'm guessing-
notifications on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Why?
In case somebody says something that's inappropriate, I can go delete it right away.
Like what?
If they
Thank
call
you?
me, no. But I've had issues in the past where people leave gross comments or reply to people, and I don't want that stuff on there.
And you need to get to them in 2 seconds?
Well, I don't want people to see it or think that that's something that I promote. I also get a lot of like spam stuff on there, like, oh,
Why would somebody
cool
think-
picture? Follow my page for sunglasses or whatever. I don't want that.
Wait,
stuff
where are these
on there.
sunglasses at?
I don't want that.
I
Stuff.
love sunglasses. I could have been finding sunglasses.
Yeah, come
but
on,
Mary's
man.
too busy deleting
my
people
God.
trying out to make an honest living.
Bill and I are
I
driving.
can't do anything right. I
We're-
can't do
we're-
anything right on the internet.
We're spending valuable time on the weekends driving to Pac Sun at the mall when we could be getting our Oakleys from you. You know how I like my neon green wraparounds.
Oh my God.
Come on, man.
I mean, it's almost sunshiny today.
Almost. That would have come in handy. I don't.
Just
I
because the sun's
apologize.
not out, Bill, doesn't mean those UV rays aren't getting
That's
through.
right.
If
I
you,
could-
if you,
You're endangering our eyes, by
I
the way.
apologize, guys.
Removing
I don't know
those-
what to do. Do you just want me to hand over my social media to you guys?
No. Yeah, no.
That could be your punishment next year for the polar
Oh my
blast.
God!
I would
That
have a
you
lot of
run
fun
my
with that.
Instagram for a week?
6
Whoa.
months.
6 months. You'll ruin my career.
I will get you more followers than you've ever had in your entire life.
Stupid.
You will
Okay.
have 1 million followers by the time I'm done with your
Listen,
Instagram.
I did not mean to upset anybody. That was my take on it. That I took it. I agree with you, Alan. I'm projecting a creepy tone onto these people because of what I've experienced in the past. Is it my fault for posting a tight dress picture in the first place? Yes.
Not even fault. You should post what you
That's
want
what I'm
to
saying.
post.
I feel confident and happy, and when I see
Yes.
someone being like, "Thank you,"
I'm not saying anybody shouldn't post whatever they want to post. It's just there are things that come with that. Unfortunately, but you know. So
I apologize if you're one of the fine Alan Cox Show customers.
Just write him back and go,
who found
"Hey."
me on Instagram and you genuinely said thank you. I'm sorry for calling you a creep.
say, was that a creepy Instagram, a creepy thank you, or was that a genuine
Okay,
thank you?
from now
And if you
on.
creeps want to follow me, I'm at Bill Squire.
He'll take all the thank you.
Yeah. Listen, you should do whatever you want to do.
Well, if you're already on my Instagram, you might as well go to the bio and get tickets for tonight's Final Friday show.
Coming
at
back
All
around
Saints
again.
Park.
People love the sun. All right, good. Okay, I got a break. Hey, our St. Patrick's Day run downtown is going to come up next Saturday. We always do a little bar crawl after with the RMG crew. So a handful of us are going to run the St. Patty's Day 5K. If you want to join for the run and want to skip the whole registration fee thing, I can put you and a pal in the mix there coming up. 35192 if you want to text. AlanCoxShow.com for everything else.
The Alan Cox Show on 100.7 WMMS. And everywhere you go